Students, today we are going to learn corporate accounting. In corporate accounting, we are going to learn final accounts of banking company. As we know, the primary functions of bank. The bank accepts deposit from the public and lends loan to the needy. Then it accepts loan from the public at a lower rate of interest and it lend a loan to the needy at a higher rate of interest. The difference between these two called profit to the bank. Here we are going to discuss about the interest received and interest earned with the help of this format of profit and loss account. Look at the board. Profit and loss account of bank limited for the year ended 31st March, year not given. The format is vertical, particulars, schedule number, rupees. Students, first heading is income. First heading is income. Under income, the first item is interest earned. It is schedule number 13. Now I am going to teach you what are all included in the interest earned. Interest earned, which is schedule number 13. What are all included in the interest earned? First one, discount on bills discounted. Discount on bills discounted. Students, we know bills receivable and bills payable. The holder of bill needs fund before the due date, before the maturity date. He cannot get it from the customer. What he can do, he can pledge the bill with the banker. He can borrow loan on that we called bills discounted. From the viewpoint of bank, it is called bills purchased. Bank, what it will do, it deducts certain amount, the net proceeds will be credited to the customer account that we called bills discounted. Okay, on that, on bills discounted, bank collects some interest that we called discount on bills discounted. Here one adjustment will come that we called rebate on bill discounted, that we called rebate on bills discounted, that we called rebate on bills discounted. What do you mean by rebate on bill discounted? Is nothing but interest received in advance. Interest received in advance, or we can say interest received but not earned. Interest received but not earned. What do you mean by that? Sometime when discounting bill with the banker, bank deducts certain amount, that interest, that value called discount on bill discounted, it may be for the next year interest, that is called interest received in advance, that is interest collected during the year for the next year, that we called rebate on bill discounted or interest received in advance or interest received but not earned. We have to learn the treatment for rebate on bill discounted in the final accounts of banking company. Yes, first one, ROBD, rebate on bill discounted, given in trial balance. Given in trial balance, it will go to balance sheet, schedule number 5. Schedule number 5 is provisions and other liabilities. So in case of reserve for rebate on bill discounted given in trial balance, it will go to the balance sheet in schedule number 5. It is called rebate on bill discounted old. Case number 2, rebate on bill discounted given in adjustment. Rebate on bill discounted given in adjustment, that we called new. What we have to do in profit and loss account? In profit and loss account, we have to deduct from schedule 13. That is, schedule 13 here means we have to deduct from discount on bill discounted, and it will go to the balance sheet liability side. Balance sheet liability side in schedule number 5. Once again, if it is given in trial balance, it will go to the balance sheet liability side in other liabilities and provisions. If it is given in adjustment, it will be affected in two places. One, we have to deduct from schedule 13 with the discount on bill discounted. The other one is it will be recorded in the liability side in schedule number 5. The third case, rebate on bill discounted old given in trial balance. In adjustment also new rebate on bill discounted given. Here old rebate on bill discounted and new rebate on bill discounted both are given. So old rebate on bill discounted in profit and loss account we should add with the discount on bill discounted in schedule 13. Yes students, ROBD old should be added with the discount on bill discounted in schedule number 13. Then ROBD new, what we have to do in profit and loss account in schedule number 13 we have to deduct, and it will go to balance sheet liability side in schedule number 5. Here old rebate on bill discounted and new rebate on bill discounted both are given. If it is given in trial balance, that is called old. If it is given in adjustment, that is called new. Old should be added with the discount on bill discounted in schedule 13. The new one should be deducted from discount on bill discounted in schedule 13, and the same will be recorded in the liability side in schedule number 5. This is the treatment of rebate on bill discounted. It is also called unexpired discount. It is also called unexpired discount. It is interest collected by the bank for the next year. So current year, as far as current year concerned, that is a liability. Yes students, so discount on bill discounted we discussed. Then interest collected on loan. Interest on loan, it may be interest on term loan, interest on term loans, interest on loan, interest on term loan, then interest on bank overdraft, interest on bank overdraft, then interest on investments, or we can say income from investments, interest on bank overdraft, interest on investments. These are all recorded in schedule 13. Okay. Then in income, the next schedule is other income. Other income, that is schedule number 14. Now I am going to teach you the components of other income. Components of other income, schedule 14. Here commission received, exchange received, commission received, exchange received, brokerage received, commission received, exchange received, brokerage received, locker rent received, locker rent received, amount charged against current accounts, amount charged against current accounts, amount charged against current account. Then profit on sale of fixed assets, profit on sale of fixed asset. If there is any loss on sale of fixed asset, it should be deducted from the profit on sale of fixed asset. So these are all included in other income. Then we have to total these two, 13 and schedule 13 total and schedule 14 total should be added. That is total of income. Then we are going to discuss about the expenditure, that is Roman letter 2, expenditure. We are going to discuss about the expenditure. Here first one, interest expanded, that is schedule 5. Interest expanded, schedule 5. When bank lend a loan to needy, they collect interest, that will be included in interest earned. When bank accepts deposit, for that bank has to pay interest, that we called interest expanded. Here interest on deposits, interest on deposits paid, interest on deposits paid, that we called the deposits may be interest on saving bank deposit, interest on current account deposit, interest on recurring deposit, interest on fixed deposit, then interest on cash certificate, interest on cash certificates. So interest on deposit, the deposit may be saving bank account, current deposit, recurring deposit, fixed deposit, interest on cash certificate, and commission paid. If commission received is given, it is included in other income. If it is commission paid, included in interest expanded. That these are all the components of interest expanded. Then Schedule 16, that is operating expenses. Schedule 16, which includes operating expenses. Now I am going to teach you the components of operating expenses. Operating expenses, Schedule 16. Here office expenses, administration expenses, office expenses, administration expenses, office expenses, administration such as salary, rent, salary paid, rent paid, audit fees, depreciation, stationery, other expenses, legal expenses are included in the operating expenses. Then next one, provisions and contingencies, provisions and contingencies. For it, no schedule number. What all included in provisions and contingencies? Provisions and contingencies, provisions and contingencies, no schedule number. Here bad debts recorded, provision for bad debts, provision for bad debts recorded, income tax paid recorded, then provision for income tax are recorded. So in provisions and contingencies we have to record bad debts, provision for bad debts, income tax paid, and provision for income tax are recorded. Then we should total the expenditure. Then come to Roman letter 3, that is net profit. Here how we should ascertain net profit? The total of expenditure should be deducted from income. Total of income we will get what? Net profit. That is Roman letter 1 minus Roman letter 2, we will get net profit. Then balance BD. Balance BD, it is nothing but last year's profit and loss account. That is nothing but last year profit and loss account. Then we should make the total of net profit and last year profit and loss account. Then Roman letter 4. Here we are going to discuss about appropriation. Here we are going to discuss about appropriations of the bank. First compulsory appropriation is transfer to statutory reserve. First compulsory appropriation is transfer to statutory reserve. The 25% of net profit, 25% of net profit compulsorily should be transferred to the statutory reserve. 25% of net profit should be transferred to the statutory reserve, that is mandatory as per the Banking Regulation Act 1949. Then the second appropriation is transfer to any other reserve. Transfer to any other reserve or fund. If we transfer money to any other fund or to any other reserve, it will be recorded here. Then dividend paid, it is an appropriation. Dividend paid is an appropriation. Sometime interim dividend paid is given. Interim dividend paid is given. That is an appropriation. Then proposed dividend. Proposed dividend, also known as provision for dividend. Sometime the value of proposed dividend is given directly, we can write. Sometime the percentage of proposed dividend is given. In that case, the percentage should be calculated on the paid up share capital, then write the value. Then the balance carry forwarded to balance sheet. Balance. So what we have to do? The total of 3. The total of 3 minus these, we'll get a balance, that is a balance of profit and loss account transferred to the balance sheet. Then we should add these two right here. Students, today we learned the format of profit and loss account of banking company. In next class we will solve problems in relation to the profit and loss account of banking company. Till then, bye and thank you.